Welcome to the podcast that helps small business owners protect and preserve their personal credit while attaining business capital the right way. Here he is, the Funding Doctor.
Hi, welcome to the Funding Doctor. Coming to you from Studio A here in LendCred corporate offices, and hope you're all having a great day. You know, this is one of those days where I just want to get some stuff off my chest. I spend a lot of time researching and looking at things on the internet, and you know, the internet is a great tool. I mean, I don't know what we did without it, to be honest with you, years ago. I'm not sure how we got all of our information, but it's also dangerous. And I realize that more and more and more the more I'm on it, because just anybody can get out there and say whatever they want, and people tend to want to believe them because they're on the internet. So, you know, if you're a small business owner and you're looking for funding, I guess I just want to say be cautious, be careful, and be diligent as you look through all the stuff that's out there, because I'll give you some examples. If you go out there and you're looking for small business loans, obviously SBA is going to pop up very quickly. There's nothing wrong with an SBA loan, and I wouldn't want you to think that. It's just that most people can't get them, and you're going to need cash. So if you're out doing a startup, probably going to be very difficult to get any kind of an SBA loan. And if you're not doing a startup and you don't have some capital to bring to the table, it's going to be tough, and you're probably out searching for capital. So it's a tough one. And one thing about the SBAs is, you can take 2 and 3 months putting together all the documents, getting the approvals, and you can be approved in month 1 and you can be disapproved 2 days before you think you're going to close. It's a tough one, and you just need to know that and be prepared for those kind of things if they happen. But SBA is all over the place out there, and again, there's nothing wrong with that loan. It is difficult to get. Most startup businesses, if you're a startup, people are using their savings or their personal credit cards, possibly friends, families, and fools. And again, all of those are options. And we've talked about those, or we're going to be talking about some of those in some of our future podcasts of what those options are. But think about this. We got Larry King on the internet doing loans. I'm not sure about you, but what's Larry King know about loans? So let me tell you a little bit about Larry King loans. Most of those loans are MCA type loans, and they're going to tell you how much they can get you and how quick they can get it for you. Well, I can state and show you several examples out there where those loans are 100% plus interest rates. And Larry King is peddling them, and people trust Larry King. So for me, that's really dangerous. And I don't like it. I feel like it's commoditized. And folks, this is your business and your life. It's not a commodity. This is something that you have to select carefully and do right. And so, I'm not sure, but can you be serious about Larry King doing loans and offering those for your business? Another example, if you go on Google and you're looking up financing for my small business, let's say, holy cow, I got on the first page of Google last week looking at that, and some of the articles are from 2005 and they're still on the first page of Google. So I don't know, but I'm guessing things have changed since 2005, because I believe in 2009 things changed dramatically with the mortgage crisis and the things that happened, and it's not the same as 2005, yet it's on the first page of Google. And I'm not sure how much attention that everybody pays to when was that article written, when was that information pertinent. If you're not, then you should be, because things change in the lending world, often. And so you need to stay up on what's going on, and you need to be current when you're out there looking for your financing, making sure you're getting good, straight information. One thing I saw out there drives me crazy. A lady's out there on the internet, and I'm not going to mention names, but she may know if she sees this podcast, and she's welcome to call me and come on the show with me. But She's talking about her big thing is build your business credit in 10 days. Folks, if you could build business credit in 10 days, let me know. I'll consider hiring you and bringing you on, because nobody can build business credit, truly build their business credit in 10 days. And here's what happens. Building business credit, if you could just consider that you have a canvas, and that canvas is building your business credit. That canvas might be 4 feet by 4 feet. And what this lady does on the internet in about 8 minutes is paint about a half square inch of that canvas and make you believe she's painted the whole canvas for you. You know, for instance, she tells you that you can go get your own American Express card simply with an EIN number and not using your social for your business. Well, you can get an American Express card that way. Maybe. If you're a sole proprietor, you're not going to. If you have a Paydex score and it's strong and you have history and you have business credit built already, absolutely, that's probably a possibility for you to go get. In fact, business credit builder programs, there's a lot of them out there. They're essential, they're good, and I definitely encourage anyone to consider building their business credit who's a business owner. But you have to be a corporation or an LLC. You cannot be a sole prop. So you have to make that commitment to start with. But once you do that, business credit is a huge part of your portfolio, and you should certainly consider doing that. However, she makes it sound like in 10 days, you can create your whole business credit report, and you'll never again give a social security number. If that was true, we'd all be really, really happy, because that would mean that your personal credit means nothing. And I think that any business owner out there today, regardless of the situation they're in, would tell you when they go to the banks, when they go to get credit, they're going to be asked for their social security number, and their personal credit is somewhere going to come into play, whether it's DTI, whether it's strictly your score, or whether it's the things that make up that score. It's going to matter in most cases of lending. Not all, but most. And particularly if people are out there looking for unsecured lending, it's going to matter. So just keep in mind those kind of things, they're very vague, and she did a great job. She made me want to run out there and call American Express and say, I won't give you any information about me except my EIN number, and I want credit. And they gave her $25,000 in credit on an American Express card, and she got it in a few days in the mail. Well, that's how it works once you get an American Express card. So it was just information that probably wasn't all that wrong, but it painted a picture that was completely wrong, because she didn't talk about probably the year that she spent building a good Paydex score, making sure that, you know, her lines are reporting correctly, making sure that she was compliant, and all that stuff that has to happen to make you able to do that. Because we encourage, you know, building your business credit, because you can do a lot of things with that doesn't require cash being put out and cash flow, just for getting phone systems and computer systems and things you need in your business to grow. So, you know, again, it's a great product. How it's presented is completely irrelevant, and it could discourage you very quickly, because if you call American Express as a sole proprietor and tell them that, they're just going to hang up or laugh at you or say, sorry, I can't do it. You know, again, the internet's great. That information isn't whole. It's not the whole story. It's so important when you're looking for funding for your business that you find reputable people. There are people all over the country that will tell you they can get you funding for your business. And, you know, I'll give you a great example. You know, we have people that we know a client can call and they will tell them they're immediately approved for $150,000. Well, they haven't even looked at a credit report. So think about that. If you call someone and they tell you you're approved and they haven't even asked you to look at a credit report, how can they tell you that? Logically speaking, that can't happen. And it's not real. It's not true. And later they'll tell you it was a pre-approval, or we're sorry, but now that we've seen your credit report, we're not able to help you. Well, do you want to spend your time doing that, or do you want to find a professional? A professional will never tell you what they can get you without seeing a credit report, seeing information on your business. A professional's not going to do that, because professionals are going to tell you what's real and what they can actually do for you and what stumbling blocks may be in your way to getting that funding. So again, do your due diligence and make sure you're working with professionals. Do they know credit? One of the things about a lot of the spaces out there, folks, where companies are operating right now with funding require no kind of certifications. There's very little laws concerning that. So it's the Wild West. And make sure you're working with a company that certifies the people you're talking to make sure they're credit experts and they understand your credit. Your credit's your number one asset in your life. Make sure that you're protecting it and taking care of it. So, again, these things drive me crazy. I can't believe some of the things I read out there. Make sure you're talking to someone who's a professional, not an order taker. If you call in or someone calls you and says, hey, I've got a free consultation, and you go there and your consultation lasts 10 minutes, I'm not sure how much somebody gave you a consultation. And I'm not sure you didn't just talk to a order taker on steroids. They're just giving you a little more information, and their goal is, of course, to get you to sign up for their product. But what do you know about it? How's it impact your personal credit? Where's it going to report? Is it going to report to your personal credit or your business credit? If it does report to your personal credit, how do you need to manage that so that you can get further funding in the future when you need it? All those things matter. And if people aren't helping you with that, then my opinion would be you should run the other way, because these are the guys that are out there, making a lot of money off of people, and the people are never getting their businesses going. 80% plus small businesses are failing in the first 5 years. That's a huge number. 22.5 million sole proprietors out there. Think about that number. You're talking about 30% a year that are closing their doors who had a dream and it didn't happen. And probably it didn't happen because it wasn't structured right. They had no help. Companies don't fail because people don't want it to work. They fail because they either have lack of leadership, a lack of a marketing plan, or a lack of any plan at all, and capital. So those are the things you need to be successful. Make sure you're working with someone who knows that and puts those pieces together for you so you can understand them and get your business off on the right foot, or take your current business and grow it to the levels you want to grow it at. So, at the end of this, it was just like today I thought, I had another show planned, and this one made more sense because I care about all you new entrepreneurs out there who want to start business. That's the reason I have the show. I want you to understand how to do this right. I want you to understand your options, and I want you to understand where to go look and how to look for it. If I can answer any of your questions, please write us at thefundingdoctor.com. We'll get back to you right away. If we can help, we'll help. But don't allow people who are not experts to handle your personal credit and your business life. For today, Funding Doctor out. Have a great day.